Okay, so WrestleMania season, and someone asked me the question, would I rather see Shane McMahon versus Brock Lesnar instead of Bill Goldberg? So I have to back up because it actually affects several matches. Currently, Shane McMahon is billed to take on AJ Styles, which I think Styles is going to put an amazing match with him. Period. I think it's when Styles could take on the Invisible Wrestler and put on at least a 3.5, if not 4-star match. And that'd be him in the ring by himself. I have a feeling he's so good he could probably do a vertical suplex to himself. Just saying. He is that phenomenal. Late last year, they hinted at it potentially being Brock Lesnar versus Shane McMahon. Last year we had Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. Now, the weird thing about doing part-timers versus part-timers is it doesn't really elevate either one. From the WrestleMania spectacle standpoint, it makes perfect sense. You know, Lesnar, Goldberg, it's a marquee matchup, it makes sense. Making it for the title adds more marquee value, but does nothing for the title. I mean, let's say, here's our current scenario. AJ beats Shane. AJ goes to Raw. Roman Reigns beats Undertaker. Lesnar beats Goldberg. Push towards SummerSlam. Reigns beats Lesnar. Okay? We went through a lot of matches to get there. If instead Shane was taking on Lesnar, I think there was probably concerns after Shane took the spear from Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, which knocked him loopy, that he probably thought, so want to take on Lesnar? And he might have had King of the Ring taking on Kurt Angle flashbacks of German suplex. Oh, that window didn't break. Well, thump. I saw my head hitting the concrete. Huh? Was that the window? Okay. Okay. Up through the window. I have no idea what's going on right now. Angle slam. Am I winning the match? I'm gonna go in the back now. Will someone get that phone? So I'm pretty sure Vince probably went, Brock? Yeah? You might kill my kids. No. Do I think a Lesnar-Shane McMahon match could be amazing? If they did it right, because I'm sorry, Shane and his offense looks horrible. You're gonna punch and I'm gonna miss. Yeah. Lesnar is on a different playing field altogether. He should effectively non-sell Shane's punches, hit him with a German him until he gets tired. I want to see Lesnar German Shane so much that Lesnar is just blown up. Like he's tired of the beating he's giving Shane. And then if Shane kind of make that babyface comeback a la Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. It's the inevitability that you know Lesnar's going to just destroy him. But he's going to toy with him first. Which will give Shane the opportunity to get at least some offense. And then F5, 1, 2, 3. Would it help Shane? No. Would it help Brock? Not really. It'd be a spectacle match and it would just be Lesnar destroying Shane. Where do you go from there? Unless that would then lead to Daniel Bryan calling up his own Beast Slayer in the form of Shinsuke, and then leading to Shinsuke Lesnar at SummerSlam, with Shinsuke going over clean. I think that would be absolutely amazing. But then it leaves other people with nothing to do. Now, We'll look at the dance partners that we currently have. If you take Shane away from AJ, AJ needs someone to face. Take Lesnar from Goldberg, Goldberg needs someone to face. I can easily fill that spot. I would go for Goldberg, Reigns. I think Goldberg Reigns is a unique enough match. You have a guy who does a devastating spear as a setup, and the guy who does a spear as a finisher. I think there's just the right amount of intensity coming from Goldberg, and we have to Goldberg have a long match. So it allows him to do something where kind of like, Reigns weathers that initial storm, and then beats Goldberg because Goldberg doesn't have long matches. Crowd will hate it. He defeats Goldberg. Goldberg got to be a champion, look awesome in front of his kid, right off into the sunset. Next night, Roman Reigns at Smarkamania says that he defeated the legend that is Bill Goldberg. And then if you want to, that's then when he effectively is like, I did the one thing Lesnar couldn't do, I beat Bill Goldberg, and then you can still do your Lesnar Reigns at SummerSlam. But then who would face The Undertaker? AJ Styles. I think Styles would work beautifully with The Undertaker. So instead they went, Styles can work with anybody. We'll put Styles with Shane, who is the most limited in the ring. Reigns, yeah. You're going to have Taker. Taker's getting limited, and you're one of the last money matches. Cena effectively is the other one, because Sting's not going to face it. And then you end up having your marquee match with your two beasts. Your two people who have set out an echelon above everything. But I think if you just adjust those partners a little bit, Shane Lesnar, you could still run towards Lesnar Reigns at SummerSlam. Reigns Goldberg, that allows you to really elevate Reigns. As well as right off Goldberg, he got his nostalgia run, his kid thinks he's awesome, he got a championship run, he got to be at WrestleMania. And it gives him one of those coronation moments for Roman Reigns. AJ Undertaker, that way then, one of the last Undertaker matches we get to see is against AJ Styles. AJ taking on The Undertaker, win or lose, taking on The Undertaker at WrestleMania is a marquee matchup. And they could do a phenomenal job together. Full pun intended. They just that way, it would make perfect sense. The way they're going now, it still works. I don't think Shane is as much of a marquee match. It does show that the backstage is really confident with AJ, especially after the killing that he did to Shane. Reigns Undertaker, Reigns getting booed. Like most WrestleMania, he's getting booed horrendously. And if he wins, you know what? There's a portion of the crowd that could potentially embrace him if he tweaked his character, won't embrace him. If he beats The Undertaker at WrestleMania, he'll be the second person to do that. And then that's your collision course from taking on Lesnar at SummerSlam. Let's keep saying SummerSlam. I don't want to see those guys main eventing WrestleMania. No. At this point in time, they need to have Roman Reigns. If he's not going to win the title, he needs to not main event the shows. They need to do something where he's the second hour main event. Not the main event. He needs to be in an actual mid-card story where the title takes precedence over Roman Reigns. If you do some organic building, that'll work. If they just keep him top level, he's still going to get resentment from it. Would I like to see Shane Lesnar? I think it works. I think it's marquee enough. It allows them to get to where they need to go anyways. And juggling those fights a little bit, I think they would get a tremendous amount more bang for their buck when it comes to what they actually get from the event.